Nintendo has been releasing Amiibo to the public since 2014. While this Toys to Life initiative has been slowing down over the years, over 200 of these in the form of both figures and cards have hit store shelves around the world. A lot of these are readily available today thanks to re-releases and due to the craze kind of dying down over the years, but there is still one Amiibo out there that remains elusive and is perhaps the rarest ever release. Of course, I'm talking about the BoxBoy Qbby Amiibo. Let's go ahead and get into it. Danny from the Famicast here. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. Sound off in the comments down below, and we may read it out in our bi-weekly show called the Famicast. As always, you can find this feature over on our website, thefamicast.com. Today, though, we're taking a look at the rarest Amiibo in this edition of Famicast Collector's Corner. For the final Boy or Box Boy game on the Nintendo 3DS, Nintendo released Sayonara Boy, or Bye Bye Box Boy as it was known in English, on February 2nd, 2017 in Japan, and then later in Europe and Australia, and North America in March and April 2017 respectively. I first pre-ordered my Qbby Amiibo set on December 6, 2016 from Amazon Japan. Nintendo did a full reveal of the set in a topic post for the game in Japan on January 18th, 2017. Now this was both done via text and pictures in an article, and also this preview video that Nintendo posted over on their YouTube channel. The Amiibo was only available through a special package called the Boy Hakozume box, or the Box Boy box-filled box, if you will. This Japan exclusive set retailed for 3,200 yen, roughly $28.21 USD at the time, and contained a physical 3DS cart with all three 3DS Box Boy games, a physical CD soundtrack with 34 tracks, and the Qbby Amiibo. Now, in terms of functionality of this Qbby Amiibo, the figure unlocked a QC costume and a special Game Boy green filter for the game. Now, there are a few reasons as to why this is considered one of the rarest, if not the rarest, Amiibo ever released. Number 1, Japan exclusive. I think this is the most obvious but definitely a factor, so the Qbby Amiibo was only ever released in Japan via the bundle that I detailed previously. Or was it? It's interesting to note that while yes, Qbby was only officially released in Japan, Nintendo fans in Australia and New Zealand had a chance to order this Japanese version through the Nintendo Australia New Zealand eBay store. This was a super weird decision, but it seemed like it sold out pretty quickly. And you know, this kind of leads me to my next point. Number 2, poor sales? While we may never know exactly how well the Box Boy series sold on the 3DS digitally, we do have some data on how the physical bundle sold in Japan. The launch week sales in late January, early February 2017, as reported by Media Create via Perfectly Nintendo, show that the game moved 7,582 units. Not very many. And according to Famitsu, the sell-through rate of the game was somewhere between 20 to 40%, which is not very high. Now, after launch, the game didn't even crack the top 20 in weekly sales, so it's very unlikely that the physical version sold many more units afterwards. Now again, just to reiterate, as of the time of this video, me making this, Nintendo has not published any details about the sales of the series over time, how much it sold completely, and all that type of stuff. Now with that said, we may never know how many copies of the games actually sold, which actually leads me on to my next point. Number 3, not a strong IP. The Box Boy series saw some success on the Nintendo 3DS, as is evident by the release of so many titles in such quick succession. At the same time, the series kind of came and went without much fanfare. 4 titles later, or, well, 5 if you count the special mobile app collaboration with Japanese fashion brand Uniqlo, the series has kind of remained dormant despite critical praise. And it's a shame, but perhaps Nintendo felt that they stretched the concept as far as they could. I don't know, I kind of disagree with that sentiment, but that could certainly be one of the reasons. The design of the Qbby Amiibo isn't going to blow you away or anything like that aesthetically. Given the simplistic design of the character in general, I don't think it really has to. The Amiibo brings Qbby into 3D for the first time and has him simply placed on a stand looking forward. Even with that said, I think it is a pretty nice looking figure. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I picked this up by chance and had it pre-ordered well before it actually released in February 2017 here in Japan. At the time, like many other Nintendo fans, I was pretty excited about the release of the Switch, which was just a month away. While I did play this game, the very last Box Boy game on 3DS, a bit, I just never opened up the Amiibo, and it was just something that remained in the box and sat on my shelf ever since. Now from here, let's just take a closer look at the Qbby Amiibo and this set itself. Here we go. Although I don't think this Qbby Amiibo is necessarily the best ever created, its limited availability and fringe IP status make it interesting to say so in the least. I don't collect things with an expectation of it becoming rare, and I don't think you should either. It's impossible to know what items are going to pop off down the line in terms of rarity, but this special set is one of those, and I'm just happy to kind of share it with you guys here today. But let's go ahead and turn things over to you guys. What are some of your favorite Amiibo? Do you have this BoxBoy Amiibo? What Amiibo would you like to see Nintendo make? Be sure to sound off in the comments down below. We'd love to hear from you. As always, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you liked what you see, please feel free to drop this one a like. If you're new to the channel and feel that we've earned it, feel free to sub. We've got a longer form podcast that we do every 2 weeks. We have video reviews, looks at cool Japanese exclusive collectibles like this, and a whole lot more. Again, this is Danny from the Famicast. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.